Yo, what's happening? This is Apex 3900, and you're now tuned into the Apex 3900 broadcast, right? It's late here in the Pacific. It's 12:06 a.m. as of right now. And tonight, I want to spokes on something very important. First, I want to explain the concept of the wet team. That's a military term. A wet team is a special ops unit that is dispatched for a particular special target. You know what I mean? Like the Navy SEALs who killed Osama bin Laden, they were a wet team. They can be they're a small specialized group with a particular set of skills that are dispatched for high value targets like an Osama bin Laden, right? You have a special group that is spec ops that are trained in a particular manner. So, and when you talk about a wet team can be dispatched on lower level targets like y- let me choose my words carefully before I go forward. But there are various particular individuals that a wet team can be dispatched on. You understand? And when these wet teams come for you, when your folder is dropped on their desk, there's nothing you can do about it, to say the least. If just speaking for myself, if I were a part of a wet team and a manila folder was dropped on the boss's desk and it had your picture and your information in it, you're done. I hope you have a life insurance policy for you and your kids because you and they are going to need it. A wet team don't fuck around. With that said, this is a proverbial, metaphorical wet team led by the Supreme Team, none other than Red Supreme. Red Supreme made a stream earlier. He is the inspiration to this stream. He made a stream castigating Ramil Amir. Yes, that Ramil. So I'm just following suit and going ahead here and taking the assignment, you know, because not only him there being Red Supreme there made a video castigating excuse me, Ramil Amir, but none other than Taz Exclusive dropped a live stream coming for um Ramil Amir. Ramil, you're done. You're done in this space. Your services are no longer required. I'm getting you up out of here. Now I know what you're gonna say because you and I have had a tete-a-tete in the past. There has been various things that you have said, and I have challenged, and I've made videos on my Vault channel challenging um your talking points. So I'm not a Ramil Amir fan boy. I'm not a Ramil Amir uh, ally. I am very much so adversarial to this particular gentleman because I've seen him for what he is. With that said, Red Supreme really laid out so beautifully and eloquently this gentleman's particular character. And he laid out, look, I'm gonna have to put this his particular live stream in the first pin comment below after this live stream is finished. After my live stream is finished. Taz fired up a live stream and castigated you. And he made valid points. Ramil Amir, hear me. Listen to me, son. Go get a trade. Go get a trade and get the fuck off of YouTube. You're not welcome here anymore. There's a green light on you. And I'm going to take the contract. I am going to take the contract upon your head there. Eh? I'm going to take the contract upon them head there. It's late. So I'm getting in my Guyanese bag right now. But I'm going to take the contract. I'm going to lead the wet team to metaphorically and proverbially um, assassinate you. Yes, this is a assassination. Excuse me, real quick. Something just popped up. Cancel. Let's get that out the way. Okay, I'm still live. Okay, I'm going to assassinate you. Now I'm on your line. I'm on your line. Eh? See me say? I'm on your line. Every time you go live, I will be reviewing your live stream and may will review and dissect said live stream. And I will rip asunder your credibility in this space. You are no longer welcome. You are no longer welcome. And all gentlemen who are affiliated with you and who has your back, I'm coming for them too. So Thai City, I spoke with you earlier today on a live stream, and you and I had a fruitful conversation for the most part, even though that bitch ass nigga Taz took the live stream down. We talked, you know what I mean? Our history aside, you feel me? I see the how you say potential in you as far as being a YouTube ministerian. So I'm going to advise you to put as much distance in between yourself and Ramila Mir as possible because I'm going to rain down hellfire on this nigga in the preceding months to come. Likewise, Mr. Palmer, much love and respect to you. Shalom, my brother. Shalom. peace be upon you in the highest. All due love and respect upon you. I would advise you to put many of feet in between you and Ramil Amir. He has been greenlit. He's greenlit. You don't want to be next to him when the hit goes down. You get my drift? See me say? See me say. Let me break that down to you for you non-Caribbean speaking motherfuckers. See me say, I say this shit to my daughter all the time. See me say? And she nod her head yes. But see me say, basically, you see what I say. In American terms, do you know what I'm saying? You hear me? You dig? You get what I'm saying? Etc. Etc. You see me say, Mr. Palmer? Don't be next to that nigga when them shots is fired. When the wet team run down on that nigga, you don't want to be next to him. Cause the wet team don't discriminate. We don't leave no witnesses. You understand? We don't leave no witnesses. So when a hit is put out on a particular target, now going forward, this is all satirical. This is all for entertainment purposes. This is not literal. This is all metaphorical. When I speak about wet team, hit, etc., it is all metaphorical. It is me intellectually putting a hit. The intellectual hit, as far as the manosphere is concerned, has been put on this nigga. This nigga has been greenlit. He is no longer welcome in our space. So I'm using the wet team analogy as a metaphor. So I don't wish any ill upon this brother in real life, Ramil Amir. I don't wish any ill upon you. But if ill just so happened to fall upon you, and the CIA or the FBI starts combing the internet for clues and whatnot, and they come across this video, listen, this is my disclaimer. I didn't do anything to this man. I'm not going to do anything to him in the physical. I'm not literally going to dispatch a wet team upon the boy there. Eh? See me say? This is a you get it. You get it. This should have passed in court. So if the chips fall where they may, yeah, I'm confident that this should have passed in court. You know what I'm saying? But moving forward, speaking to you, Mr. Palmer, put some space in between you and this gentleman. Get the fuck out the way. Because the hit's been put out on him. I've had my issues with Ramil Amir over the years. I knew he was who he is for years now. And I've only addressed him when he made specific videos addressing me. And I have been derelict in my duty in protecting the space and being a vanguard in the space, as to where I should have been more vigilant and been more proactive as to put some straightening to his motherfucking ass. But I let him rock, you know. I don't beef like that. You know what I mean? So, but I see moving forward, I'm going to have to be more proactive in regulating the space, because it's a lot of sucker ass niggas that got their fangs very deep in the space. They got their fangs sunk deep, and they're going to lead a lot of young men astray. And it is my responsibility as an OG in the space. I am an OG. Don't get it fucked up. Don't let my subscriber count fool you, motherfucker. Don't let my current subscriber count fool you. I'm an OG in this motherfucker. Don't let that shit fool you. So with that said, I'm a defender of the space. As far as the black manosphere is concerned, I'm a black manospherian. You know what I mean? I went toe to toe earlier today here on YouTube with a major detractor of the black manosphere, that being Jason Black himself. I spoke to him in the flesh, live in 4K, and told him, hey, look, I'm a black manospherian. I defend the space, and I put on for our shit. I put on for the set. I put on for the set. I'm real about this shit, man. Now, I respect, just a quick side note. I respect Jason Black and his views, as it pertains to the black manosphere. This isn't about the black manosphere proper. Kevin Samuels, O'Shea, uh, Obsidian, Angry Man, etc. This isn't about them. So we're gonna set them to the side for a second. You know what I mean? This is about our tier of black manospherians. You know what I mean? Like when you talk about those particular gentlemen that I just mentioned, that's the elite. I'm not talking about the elite members of the black manosphere. I'm talking about the second tier members of the second and third tier members of the black manosphere. And Mr. Ramil, sir, you need to go. You need to go, and you're going to go. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad that Red Supreme dropped the stream that he dropped. And he dropped it in conjunction with Taz exclusives. And Taz exclusives made a lot of points as it pertains to the P word. Now, let me get this clear. When I say I'm pushing P, I'm not pushing that particular type of P, if you get my drift. I'm pushing player. I'm pushing pimp. You know what I'm saying? You understand me? I'm pushing that type of P. The type of P Ramilla Mir is pushing, that nigga's pushing pansy. He's pushing pussy. He's pushing panty waist. You understand me? Panty waist blood clot. Ass nigga. You. Yeah. You gotta get the fuck on. We gonna kick you in your ass and tell you to get the fuck on up the street. You getting up off the block. Post haste. Tehaciously. You will tehaciously move. Expeditiously. You understand me? You getting up off the set, nigga. We gonna DP your motherfucking ass. We gonna give you a pumpkin head. You feel me? If you don't get the fuck up out of here. And it's not lost on me because here's another thing. Because I'm familiar, I'm adjacent to Chicago gang politics. Very much so. I am a Midwest reputable nigga. Now, Red Supreme, shout out to the West Coast. They have a heavy influence in KC. Shout out to the LA boys. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the LA politics and what have you. You feel me? But with that said, there's a heavy LA influence, a heavy California influence period as far as SoCal and North Cal is concerned in Kansas City. You feel me? But with that said, nigga, I know Chicago. We right up the street, nigga. I can take I-70, hop on 55, I can take I-70 east to St. Louis, hop on 55 north, and be in Chicago. And then from there, I can take I-80 west to Omaha, where I have family, and then take I-29 south back home to Kansas City. It's a whole square right there. You know what I mean? I can take a whole square. I can make a whole lap and visit family in St. Louis. Visit, excuse me, visit family in Chicago. Visit family in Omaha, Nebraska, and come back home and keep this shit 39th Street. You feel me? So it's not lost on me, Mr. Ramil Amir, that you're in Atlanta right now because your name isn't good back home in Chicago. You're not good in the city of the go. It's not lost on me. Niggas ran you off the set long time ago. Pun intended. Chicago, long time ago. You hear me? Bars. Bars. And this coming from a nigga who got cut. Look, listen. My mama is the third of 15, right? Her older sister number two. Her older sister, sibling number one, moved to LA. So I got family members in LA, older family members. I got first cousins that's in their 50s that grew up in Watts. You know what I'm saying? They stay in San Bernardino right now. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about. But sister number two moved to Chicago. Sister number three, that being my mama, she moved to Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? My auntie had three children, and they're my older cousins. Cause you gotta remember, my mother had me late. So my cousins that are closer to her mother's age and whatnot, they're older than me. You know what I mean? So my cousins that grew up in California or grew up in LA, I should say, and grew up in Chicago, they like 50, 40 years old. My cousins in Chicago, they have they have a lot of children. You understand me? They have children and then they have grandchildren who are in their 20s right now. You know what I mean? So I can make a call. I can get on the line and hit up Cuz and be like, "Hey, you know this nigga? What block this nigga from? Is he from 74th and Emerald? Is this nigga from 82nd and Halstead? You know what I'm saying? Is he from Longwood or is he from Inglewood? Is he excuse me, Lawndale? Is he from Lawndale, Inglewood, West Lawndale? This nigga from Cicero, he from the north side, the west side, K-Town, what have you, et cetera, et cetera. Like, nigga, I know Chicago. You understand me? And this is something, as far as you and I are concerned, Mr. Ramil, I've been to your city numerous times. I put my motherfucking Timbs down on your city and stomped your motherfucking blocks in the heart of Inglewood. You understand me? My auntie stay in the heart of Inglewood, nigga. Been, I done stepped up to, and not just in the daytime, nigga. I mean, like in all hours of the night type of shit, nigga. I done stepped up to the 87th Red Line bus station, excuse me, L station, caught the L up the street to the 68th Red Line bus station, hopped off, got out on feet, walked to my auntie house, called my auntie beforehand, like, hey, I'm coming to town. Hey, let me crash over there. You feel me? And then, she cooked me some good red beans and rice and all that other good shit. Nigga, I been there, nigga. I been there. You can't tell me shit, nigga. I know about State Line, nigga. Not State Line, excuse me. I'm thinking about the town. But State Street. 68th and State Street, like that L station right there on 68th, and then you cross state and that little shopping center right there with that fish market and shit. You know what I'm saying? When you west of state, you on the BD side of shit. When you go over there east of state, you on the GD side of shit. That's a fucking FBG duck in them territory. Motherfucker, I done rode the red line, the blue line, all that shit, nigga. I done fell asleep on the motherfucking L in Chicago, drunk. I'm up there. First time riding the goddamn L, nigga, I'm drunk. Drunk as a motherfucker. Fell asleep on the L. I done rode the L until it goddamn had to turn around and shit. Woke up like, where the fuck am I at? Okay, all right. Let me look at the goddamn shit on the top of the L and see where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I know your city, nigga, and I know you not welcome in your city because of that fraudulent shit you was on. Now you done took your degenerate ass down to Atlanta. Now before I go forward, pardon me, excuse me real quick. Now before I go forward, for you real brothers that are down in Georgia, Atlanta, Decatur, Savannah, Augusta, Athens, for you real brothers that are down there, this is not a disrespect to you. It's not. It's not. With that said, let's be honest. Atlanta is a place of degeneracy. It is a haven of degenerates to flee to. You understand? When motherfuckers who can't cut the mustard in KC, when they fuck up enough in KC, they move they know they can't move to St. Louis. They know they can't move their ass to Chicago. They definitely can't move their ass to Omaha. Shit, Omaha is the closest major metropolitan area in that particular square. They gotta take their ass to Atlanta. They go to Atlanta or they go to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? So for you Atlanteans, when you meet different peoples from different cities, i.e., Chicago, Kansas City, St. Louis, Omaha, you're meeting our dregs. Them niggas got ran off the set, man, because they was on some fool shit when they was back home, man. Especially if they ain't really hitting on shit when they get there. Just know them niggas ain't on shit. Them niggas ain't on. They ain't standing on nothing. They running. And Ramil, sir, it's not lost on me that you ran from Chicago. You ran. You was out there pimping underage females, underage girls. You got caught up. Nigga, I want to look at the paperwork. I want to, you know what? I'm curious to know the paperwork because we gonna find that shit out. We gonna find that shit out. We gonna see what's what when the paperwork come out. And I know the paperwork's already been out on you. I just need to go ahead and search through YouTube to see what the paperwork looking like to make sure you can walk the yard. You know what I mean? But nigga, I know you can't because you what 31, 32, you like what 5, 6, 7 years younger than me and shit. You know what I'm saying? You got hemmed up for human trafficking and you did what? A brief stint, if that, in prison. Like your paperwork From what I know off the top of my head, your paperwork ain't adding up, nigga. It's not adding up. And I know how this shit work. I know how this shit work, my nigga. A quick side note, man. Quick side note. Just quick digression. Hear me out. I got a cousin. I got two cousins, as a matter of fact. One's from Omaha, one is from Chicago. The one from Omaha is currently locked up in Nebraska State Penitentiary for murder, alleged murder. He didn't do it. Free my nigga, free my cousin, free my cuz, bruh. You feel me? The the cousin of mine from Chicago, this particular gentleman, he got hemmed up twice, and he's about to get out. He's about to get out, right? First time around, he got hemmed up on a gun charge. He sold a gun, a Draco, to an undercover officer, right? They hemmed him, they pinched him, you know what I'm saying? And they sat his ass down, right? Now, my cousin, who is sitting down for a murder, for an alleged murder, the former cousin had knowledge on that particular event that happened. This nigga got to talking. He spilled the beans. He got out. So he got out because of that. And so my other cousin up the river. This shit is deep. So follow me here. This shit is very important. So listen. My cousin from Chicago sold out my cousin from Nebraska. So now my cousin from Nebraska sitting down and my cousin from Chicago got out. Now, my cousin from Chicago, you know what? I'm going to say Nebraska and Chicago when I refer to them. So okay, Chicago, right? He snitched on Nebraska. So he got out. He spent probably what, some months. I don't even think this nigga did a whole year in the bin. He got his ass out. But this nigga's on some shit. He got a substance problem. He got a coke problem or something. I don't know what the fuck this nigga on, but he on something. He robbed my fucking uncle. He robs my uncle. Now, I spoke on this in a prior live stream. My uncle ain't got money like that. So he pistol whipped my uncle, get my uncle a concussion, fuck my uncle all up and shit. And he get pinched for that. He go back to the bean, right? This was like 2 years ago. Now this nigga, they pinched him for armed criminal action, armed robbery, assault with a deadly weapon, uh, probably attempted murder. This nigga should have been. He should still be in there. You know what I'm saying? But he's about to get out. It's not lost on me that cuz been talking. He been talking. You beat one charge. You rolled on cuz. You rolled on Nebraska, and we got paperwork to merch that shit. We got the paperwork. His own uncle brought the paperwork down south and merged it. He was like, "Man, my nephew a snitch. This nigga done rolled on cuz and merged the motherfucking paperwork." Then you do some shit like this. You assault our uncle. You sit down. You in there for like a year, maybe 2 years or so, and now you about to get out. The paperwork ain't adding up, my G. It's not adding up. This nigga snitching. You know what I'm saying? And just looking at you, Ramil, nigga, the paperwork ain't looking too good for you. I ain't looked at your paperwork, But I can tell by the way that you moving it. Hey, your paperwork ain't looking too good, man. If I was to pull your paperwork, I guarantee you, nigga, it's gonna be some snitching on there. Not only was you pimping and pandering with some underage gals, you know what I'm saying, but you probably was snitching on top of that. You know what I mean? So it's, you know, for you to sit up here and sell the manosphere out in the manner in which you're doing, sitting up here as Red Supreme put it, you know, you sitting up here, you went on an entire campaign talking about these hoes is winning, these hoes is winning, these hoes is winning, yada yada yada, these hoes is winning, these hoes won, they won, the bitches won, and then turn around and sell your channel to a female. I'm not gonna call her a bitch. I'm not gonna call her a hoe. Shout out to Sister George. That's my cousin. You feel me? She from Mississippi. My folks is from Arkansas, close to the Delta. You know what I'm saying? So there's a good chance that me and her are related. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. So that's cuz you feel me. If any motherfucker got smoke for Sister George, nigga, hey, come holla at me. You feel me? It's like that for you. You know what I mean? Even though I don't agree with everything the Sister George and Concrete Rose has to say, you know what I'm saying? I do fuck with them and they are a valuable the Sister George, I will take Sister George and Concrete Rose and make them stalwarts and staples in the space before you, Ramil Amir. I'll say that. I'll take them over you, but you turn around and sell your channel to Sister George? So let me get this straight. And I'm so glad that Red Supreme brought this out, man, cause he really lit a fire under me, and he's responsible for this. But it's well overdue. It's well overdue. So let me get this straight. You go on this 2 month long campaign talking about these hoes is winning, these hoes is winning, only to turn around and sell your channel to a female. Wow. Wow. You did that, my nigga. You did that. And David Johnson, shout out Shalom to the brother. He made a stream chastising you about that particular situation. And I spoke on it. I spoke on it. I was in the chat. I hopped on the live stream and team and gave my 2 cents. But he spoke on it. And what I said in his live stream is that what you did was a crackhead move. You sold your motherfucking channel for $400, nigga. You sold it for 30 pieces of 30 pieces of silver, my nigga. I mean, that's crackhead prices if I've ever heard of it. So I know behavior. So when I recognize snitch behavior, I gotta call it out. You was moving like a dope fiend, a cracked out snitch. You know what I mean? And it's not lost on me that my cousin Chicago has a substance problem. He has a substance problem with cocaine, allegedly. You know what I mean? He has a substance problem. That is one of the reasons that he turned state, turned feds. You know what I mean? And what you did by selling your channel for like what, 400 some odd dollars, that's a crackhead move, man. You states, my nigga. You feds. You the feds, my nigga. And when my cousin Chicago get out, he probably gonna hit my line. He gonna hit my line. You know what I mean? Cause I'm active on social media and my family see what I'm doing. Excuse me. They see what I'm doing. So he gonna catch wind of it. He gonna hit my line and be like, "Hey, cuz, what's up, cuz? What's up?" He gonna hit me with that. What's up, cuz? And I'm gonna have to tell him, like I'm gonna tell you, nigga, you's a snitch. Yo, your name ain't my nigga. Your name is on paperwork and it's merged out here. You did some whole shit, man. Don't hit my line, bruh. Now, when I see you at the family gathering and whatnot, I see you at the family cookout and shit, my nigga, I'ma shake your hand, I'ma dap you up. Hell, I even sit up there and shoot the shit with you. You know what I mean? But as far as busting moves and making money and shit and that type of time, my nigga, I can't get into bed with you. And just like my cousin Chicago, Ramil, nigga, we can't get into bed with you, my nigga, cause you moving like a dope fiend snitch, bruh. You really is. Not you really are, but you really is. You understand me? Now, if somebody merch your motherfuckers and merch your paperwork, man. You looking bad out here, and you need to go ahead and rebrand your shit and get the fuck on. That's what you need to do because you're no longer welcome, and I'm going to make it extremely difficult for you. And I know you've been around the space for a minute. You done built up, and this another thing, man. You went on a crusade coming after O'Shea for no reason. O'Shea did nothing to you, but you want to call yourself coming for him. So you blew that bridge up. See, niggas like you need to be dealt with post haste because it's niggas like you that sow seeds of distrust amongst us. You understand me? Because it's not lost on me that the reason as to why brothers like O'Shea are apprehensive, are brothers like Obsidian. Shout out to C Boogie for his betrayal to Obsidian. But it's not lost on me that brothers like y'all who get close to major figures, major factors in the space, and then you turn around and want to fucking stab them in the back, and then going forward, they're apprehensive of working with newer talent. It's not lost on me that that's the reason why. The reason why O'Shea is apprehensive of fucking with new niggas and putting niggas on is because he has dealt with a nigga like you. It's not lost on me that the reason why Obsidian is hesitant to deal with new niggas and bring niggas into the fold is because of niggas like C Boogie, Dommy, Stupid. It's not lost on me. So I understand as to why Kevin Samuels really don't fuck with niggas like that. He kind of put a lot of space in between himself and you niggas because y'all moving so fucking greasy that if you get close to him, you'll stab him in the back just like you did O'Shea. You not big time, Ramil. You'll never be. You ain't got it in you, man. Hold on real quick. Excuse me. You ain't got it in you, man. You's a dirty nigga, man. You dirty. You from a you know what? I'm not gonna disrespect your hood because you may come from a reputable hood in Chicago, so I'm not gonna disrespect your hood. But them niggas from your hood, they really should have gamed you up, man. They really your city, Chicago, really has to hold this L, man. Because them niggas back home where you're from, they should have put you up on game, man. They should have said, "Hey, nigga, we don't do this. This is what we do, and this is what we don't do. We don't move like that, man." Because here's the thing, and shout out to Turf Orca, man. Manosphere 2.0 reputable. I got on the line with him right before I joined the army, like weeks before, really like a few months before I joined the army. And he said a few things to me that really resonated with me, and it resonated with me, and it resonates with me to this day. And I can't recount what he said verbatim, but this is essentially what he said. He said, "Hey man, you about to hit the big stage. You about to hit the international stage. You understand? You're not just representing yourself. You're not just representing the Souza brand. You're representing Kansas City, man. You're representing 2.1 million people. So when you get to your first duty station and you put that motherfucking KC fitted on, you better rep that shit right. If you don't rep that shit right, you're gonna make us look bad. So if we come to your town or we come to your AO, your area, and we have our KC fitted on, they're gonna associate your behavior with our behavior. You understand? So, sir, your behavior has been associated with our behavior, and I'm here to relieve you of that. You are persona non grata. You are excommunicato. And I'm on your ass. I'm gonna get on your line. I'm gonna get on your bumper. Run from it, dread it. Destiny comes all the same. It's no way around it. No way around it. Mm. I'm gonna see about putting Red Supreme stream that he made on this particular subject in a first pin comment below. But that's all I have to say. Nigga, you're done. You set up here, went on this entire campaign talking about the space is dead, hoes is winning, and then turn around, sell your channel to a particular female. Mind you, said female that you sold it to was a female in which you were trying to bar from the space altogether. Let's not forget that. That's a critical detail because when she came into the space, you and niggas like Ty City and Angry Man were like, no, we can't have these hoes in our space. We can't have these hoes in our space. Okay, I got you. All right. I disagree, but okay, I hear you. But then when you sell your channel, you turn around and sell it to the same female whom you were trying to bar from the space when she attempted to initially come into the space. I mean, where they do that at? I'm trying to think of a street analogy to put to that, but like my nigga, that's there is none. I can't. I, I sat up here. I tried to think of one. I can't think of one because there is none. Rat Mill Amir. You're a rat. That's what you are. You'll flip on. You'll flip on us. You'll give up all the info just to lighten your load, and we can't have gentlemen like you around. Can't do it. And I'm not gonna bring up your criminal past. You sex trafficking underage girls. You being a back page pimp. I'm not gonna bring that up, even though I just technically brought it up. But it speaks to your character, mm, and your character is wanting. But this is Apex 3900. Thick Gizzle, man. Get up on that.